All right. Welcome back to another episode of the Chips and Chops podcast. This is the second episode in the studio here at Stockholm East, which is a creative community space that offers internet, conference rooms, events, a podcast video studio, phone meeting rooms, 24-hour access, and lastly, an amazing community here in South Bend. Thank you, Stockholm East. With us today is Grant Damare, also known as FlicksByGrant, who, while still in high school, has his photography media company, basically. So this is Grant Damare. Would you introduce yourself and what you do, Grant?
It's Damare.
Damare. Sorry.
He told you that like 4 times before the episode started.
My name's Grant. I'm a photographer. I go to John Adams High School. I'm a senior.
Yeah. So Grant and I, we met last year a little bit. But
I think the first time I talked to you was at a basketball game.
It was at a basketball game. I took you home, yeah.
Yep.
And then this year, we've been talking a lot. So Grant, you're a photographer.
Yep.
When did you discover your passion for photography?
I figured out my passion around probably sophomore year during COVID. It was when Nolan, NRK Media, it was when he was starting to get when he was starting up. And he was like, yo, I want to get a shoot on you. So we did the shoot, and I was like, I honestly thought it was so cool. I'm like, I never had people take pictures of me.
This was non-sports related, correct?
No,
this was just
it was
chilling
just,
and
just chilling. It was just a regular shoot. And I thought it was the coolest thing. So I was like, ever since then, I was like, I want a camera. And then I got a camera. Well, I didn't buy a camera. My sister gave me her camera around late March last year, and then ever since then
we're locked in.
What was it like starting out? What was like the process for starting it? So you got the camera. What do you do?
I honestly didn't know. I didn't know how to work anything, and it was a struggle at first because I would look at everyone else's photos. I would look at Nolan's or Lang's or Kellen's or stuff like that, and I would be like, dang, how do you do that?
For sure.
And I was so confused, but it's really
it was
just
like
all
a spark
process.
to you.
Yeah, it was a spark. I was like, I'm gonna do it one day. I'm gonna get that good one day.
So how did you, what type of research did you need to do, or who did you talk to really learn how to use the camera and then how to edit photos and just become really good with it?
Honestly, it was Nolan. He
and you guys
really
are best friends?
Yeah, that's literally my best friend. We've known each other since 8th grade, and being best friends with him, it was really simple things. It was very easy. It was. I got really good. I want to say got good, but I picked it up really quickly.
Yeah,
a couple weeks in, I was already I did that.
So you were a natural.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so you're good at that. That's really cool. So going back to what was the process? You had to start your Instagram. That's what you have 1,100 followers on there. That's what people know you by. You're FlicksByGrant on Instagram, right?
Yep.
So what was it like starting that out, and how did you get that to grow in the beginning?
Honestly, I used to play sports when I was younger, so I always knew about bigger tournaments. I played basketball. And soccer.
Yeah, you're at what, 6'4", 6'5", or something
like that. I'd say I'm 6'3".
6'3".
Everybody.
So technically, you should be a hooper.
yeah. But I knew about all the big tournaments and stuff. So all I really needed to figure out was just how to sign up for them. And when I did,
you had to sign up to take photos for them,
basically.
Okay. Because you have to get a pass or whatever.
Pretty much for EYBL and Under Armour and Adidas, stuff like that. Because how big the tournaments are, for instance, at EYBL, LeBron was there for all the sessions. I think, or half the sessions.
Yeah, you took photos for that?
No, I wasn't there. But just for an example, so you can't just really walk in there.
Yeah,
you feel me? Because just, how big the events are. But I went to Under Armour stuff, and I went to 7-on-7 Pylon. That's it's a football thing.
A football thing?
It's really big for football. And I don't know, I just did really good there, and that's how I really just got it. I just started growing and all that. I collabed with like some really big players at there.
Who'd you collab with?
Mikey Matthews was at Pylon. I collabed with Stefan Castle, Silas Damare Jr., something like that.
Yeah.
That they both play basketball. And
what's your like favorite thing to cover?
Definitely basketball. Basketball's so much fun.
So you're strictly a sports photographer, or do you do other stuff?
I do other things, but sports is definitely the most fun.
Yeah.
Why? Because you used to play sports. Like, what made you want like just sports? Because like, there's a lot of people that want photos that aren't in the sports world.
Right.
So like, what makes you like have your target audience just be the sports athletes and whatnot?
Yeah, there's also a lot of people who do sports photography.
Yeah,
right?
like it's a competitive market. You know?
I mean, it is. It's very competitive. But like honestly, I just understand it so much. It's like why not? Why wouldn't I? I wouldn't want to cover that.
Makes sense.
You know.
What would you say has been your favorite moment covering sports and taking pictures for people? When did you feel like, FlicksByGrant was on top of the world? Or what have just been some of your favorite moments in the last?
Maybe a collab, maybe a
game that you covered.
I don't know. There's a couple. Definitely when Penn played Cathedral this year. After I posted those, I honestly just like that's when I really noticed I was like, I'm one of the best.
Yeah.
Like I just certified myself like as I'm one of the best. But besides that, I would definitely say when I collabed with Mikey Matthews. That's when I was like, I could really do something big with that.
So when you realized like you were one of the best or you really could take off, what's keeping you from like keeping your prices, or whether it's prices or how much shoots you do? Like what's your, like, do you have a minimum that you need, whether it's their like popularity as an athlete, whether it's their like followage or whatever? Do you look at that and like how much they can help you grow, or is it just kind of they got the money?
At the end of the day, clout, like,
I mean,
it's clout.
I mean, clout is clout, but I honestly try to build a friendship with them first.
Friendship, yeah.
Yeah, definitely, because I want to obviously.
You want to keep them as a client.
I want to keep them as a client, and just like obviously want to do things with them in the future. Like,
yeah,
these are some of the best athletes in the nation. You know what I mean?
They could go on to college or whatnot,
and they're in the same grade as us. So like, why would I not want to keep them as a friend? You know?
Yeah, that's so cool that like everyone can be the same age. And
they're literally like
they can be a great athlete, and you can be a great photographer. Right. We can be a great. I sold. What? We can be a great podcaster.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
TikTok
like,
clip.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I mean, it's just people our age. Like,
right.
They may have a bigger social media
really
following.
It's crazy. When I found out Aaron was a senior or supposed to be a senior, I'm like, ain't no way.
Yeah, he was in our class. He was in my science class.
I'm like, ain't no way. He looks so grown.
Yeah.
Bro, so.
It's crazy how like humans develop.
Man. Yeah. And like besides, I mean, for example, like Aaron. I mean, he is a clothing brand, but at the end of the day, he's still Aaron. Like, he has his own things that he's into, He's not just the brand.
Aaron's so cool.
No, he's...
that's one thing, like, everyone needs. Everyone, like, has their name, and you gotta, like, build your story.
You need a project.
Build yourself, yeah. Whether Definitely. It doesn't have to be going out onto, like, social medias and whatnot, or building a brand, but, like...
Even in your community, as long as you're, like, helping out.
Just, yeah, or helping out, or, like, just getting your name out there, getting yourself out there.
Yeah.
Really trying to... communionize yourself.
Okay, David. I don't know what.
Why do you never like when I go like philosophy on it?
I don't know. I find it. I think you need to look up like the definition of some of these words you say. I don't know what communionize means. I think that's when you like give the body of Christ to somebody at church.
Nope.
Okay,
no, because there's another thing. Like, I'm putting myself out there to.
You want to be a philosopher.
Right. I'm putting myself out there to Merriam-Webster. Yeah, the dictionary. So Merriam-Webster dictionary. I'm trying to have a David Fulcher dictionary.
Okay.
So it's like a bunch of words and grammar, pronunciations or whatnot. But
okay.
Yeah, all right.
Okay.
Honestly, I like that. That's a good idea. I think you should do that. You should
Yeah.
do that idea.
That could be your new thing.
For sure.
Okay. To get back on track, what is the behind the scenes process for you? Everyone sees you at the football games. They see you at the sporting events.
How much hours you putting in?
What do you do outside that people do not see and that you don't really broadcast to the world?
I don't really show the editing process. I mean, I'll show like a couple pictures here and there. I might post like, that
In the
was
lab.
really good. In the lab, you know.
Yeah.
But like, I don't really show the editing process or like really just. There's so many pictures I haven't shown a single soul. Like it's so many pictures I haven't shown so many people.
Well, yeah, because that's the thing. You go to a sporting event, you take 200.
Thousands,
yeah, you take thousands
like,
of pictures.
When I went to Pylon and UAA's Under Armour event, thousands of photos.
Yeah, and so like, what's like your mindset with that? Because obviously you're not doing anything with those photos. You're just taking the pictures. Like, what makes you keep thinking like, I'm gonna keep taking pictures even if like they're just for me?
It's just the enjoyment to look at them.
Yeah.
It's like
I did that.
It's like that's my work.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just really cool.
Well, I guess it's like practicing for a sport. You practice. You don't see yourself improve, but like then you go and start showing your pictures to people, and they're like, "Wow, you really have improved."
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
that steady increase, as long as you're steadily increasing.
Honestly, with editing too, because editing is definitely a process.
Yeah.
How many hours a week do you put into editing? You do probably around one sporting event a week, right?
No, I do a couple.
Do you do more than one?
This week only did one.
Okay.
I was like,
well, you gotta go to.
You do soccer games, football games.
I was like, this week I
hockey.
just need a break. You know, it was just I needed a break. You know, but depends, cause
like it's a job.
It's a job, right? It just
like that's the way you gotta look at it. Like
it depends on how many photos I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would say a game I probably would get around 300.
300.
And you're only selling what, 10 of them?
Is
there a minimum?
You're
like
only promoting.
Like if you're going to a game, someone hit you up and is like, I need photos. Like,
and honestly,
if you're only getting one person, like, do you still go get that one person, or do you kind of like?
It's also about promoting on social media, getting your stuff out there.
I'll obviously get other people, but I'm mainly gonna shoot that one person.
Yeah,
because I know for a fact they're gonna be. Oh, that's FlicksByGrant.
Yeah, they'll buy some stuff.
Right. It's like I'm gonna obviously promote my stuff to other
people. Build that
but
connection.
The main person I'm gonna go for is that person.
Yeah, build that connection with them.
So during the football season, who have been some of the people that you've gone for?
My boy Day. Shout out to Day. Day McCullough. McCullough, that's my dog.
Yeah, I think we're
Cincinnati commit.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get him on here.
We're gonna try.
Yeah,
we're gonna try.
Said he wants to.
That could be awesome.
We'll see.
Jaron Tibbs. That's my
What
dog.
high school?
Cathedral.
You met him at the Penn game?
Yep. He's cool.
Anyone else?
I'm waiting for basketball season. Really,
football. Who are you excited to shoot for basketball?
Marcus Burton.
Yeah. Is he committed to Notre Dame?
Yeah, Notre Dame.
And he goes to
Penn.
Goes to Penn. Okay.
Yeah, he's a dog. He's gonna be something special.
I'm excited to go to basketball games this year. I'm
excited for our team. I feel like people are really sleeping on Adams this year.
They were sleeping on Adams last year and we won sectionals.
Yeah, people are really sleeping on us this year. We got a solid team.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
I'm excited for other South Bend schools, too.
Basketball's going to be T this.
Yeah, like you came from Penn. You went to Penn schools. Yeah, Marcus.
You got a lot of those Penn connections, right?
I was going to say how I met Joey Garwood and Joe Smith, if you know those guys.
Oh, my God. They're so underrated.
I met those guys a couple weeks back.
Shout out to Joey and Joe, man. They're so underrated.
I hooped with them for like an hour, and I mean, it was incredible. I want to see a game and just see how good they really are.
They can shoot.
Freshman year, Joey Garwood dropped 30 on us.
On varsity?
No, he was on freshman team. He's freshman team, JV, and then varsity last year. So
good for him. No, that's what's up. He's a baller.
Yeah, no, he dropped 30 on us.
I remember him telling me about that game against Adams.
Yes.
Yeah. That
Keep in mind, I wasn't guarding him.
If you were guarding him, he wouldn't have dropped that. It would have been 50. A 50 ball. Yeah. So what is your why to continue doing this photography?
Where do you want it to take you?
Yeah, you've been doing it for honestly, less than a year, right?
Like yeah, I've been only doing this for about 5-6 months.
Since April, right?
Since late March.
Okay.
Yeah, but honestly, I really just want to be the best at this. You know?
Like you're trying to take this as your career.
Like
sports photography career.
I honestly just want to be the best at this.
Yeah,
the best I possibly can be. I want people to like look up to me, how other people look up.
Yeah, I think there's some people that do actually.
Yeah,
like and I find that so cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
puts a little pressure on you.
Yeah, it does, but it's honestly the coolest thing.
Well, that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're trying to build connections with like whether it's kids our age or kids above us, kids below us that don't feel like talking out and stuff, and we're trying.
Yeah, they don't feel like being creative and doing their own thing. Because everyone is creative.
Everyone's got that creative mindset.
I've honestly
whether it's in different ways, and you got to build it.
I've noticed though, like when I started this thing, all these photographer accounts just popped up out of nowhere. Like around here, I'm like, it's kind of cool.
Like I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
Chips and Chops photography on the way.
Yeah, this little collab on the way. We're getting Marcus Burton too. Okay.
Grant's pictures are $3 right now. We're going $2.99.
Yeah,
just get it cheaper.
But there's tax on ours. Okay, I'll just say that. I wasn't. I mean, now that now that me and David are kind of in like the media space or whatever, right. So we pay attention to photography accounts. You know, Nolan, whatever. I have noticed, especially around South Bend, there has been more people popping up doing it. I mean, do you like? To me, that's cool that people are finding something. Yeah, because you
gotta find that line between like, because they're also competition. Like they might take a client from you, but also like they're in the same field as you. Like technically, they could be looked at as like a coworker.
Me personally,
you just want to be the one, or
honestly, I don't really see anyone as competition besides myself.
Yeah,
for sure.
Really,
that's the best way to look at it.
You look at it as you're competing with your old self.
Exactly. The only way you can get better is competing with yourself. I mean, that's the only person I'm really looking at going forward.
Yeah.
I can't worry about what, I don't know,
whoever
Billy Joe is doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, Flicks by Billy's doing.
Yeah, I can't really worry about like what they're doing. If they're doing that, that's great for them.
Especially if they found their niche. Like
exactly. If they found a really good big player, good for them. Or if they found like, I don't know, they work for like a rapper now, great for them. But like I can't really worry about that.
Yeah, that's a really good way of looking at it. What would you say are like your plans for like the near future, right?
If you want to announce,
we're about 2 months into senior year, right? Football season's almost over.
Yeah. What are you trying to get accomplished before you graduate high school?
Do you have a bucket list? Have you put a lot of thought into this?
all your sparks.
I haven't really put any thought on this, but I guess just really be the biggest I possibly can. But you guys know, you guys know Francine's Zone. We have something coming. We're working on something during basketball season.
Yeah.
But besides that, I don't really know what's gonna happen. What happens. You know?
Yeah, just gotta take it one day at a time.
Are you trying to like? So like, there's like overtime, there's stuff like that. Are you trying to build a brand with other people, or are you just trying to build yourself? Because like you could get a bunch of people together or whatever.
I would love to work for overtime. That would be.
So you'd rather get.
But I definitely want to build my own thing.
Yeah,
like my own media platform. That would be
maybe be like a floater to go to other companies, help them out if they need.
I've thought of the name. I'm not going to say anything, but I have thought of names. But
names for yourself or for who you want to get with?
For like a media platform.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But no, that's really cool. So this is your dream, right? Becoming a photographer and making it big in that scene.
Yeah.
You gonna go to college for it, or are you gonna try to like maybe take a gap or something and just try to get all the athletes going? Because
like right now, like you're like blowing up locally, right? At some point, you got to expand that to regionally, and then
right. I definitely have thought about it. I might take a gap. I might go to college, Probably college though, just because.
What would you go to college
because
for?
you could go to college and be like
Definitely
on their
sports media.
You could be on their sports media page and go flick up their team.
You could be on their.
I've looked at colleges.
Go to like IU or something.
OSU, Oklahoma State.
Okay.
I've looked at Oklahoma State. I've seen they have a good program. Purdue, Ball State, colleges around here.
Ball State has a really good like media.
I mean, they have a good media company, but like their sports and whatnot, like none of their players are probably gonna like. No hate to them, but like I don't know if they have any players.
They're not a big
for NFL
sports.
They
have them, but they're not a big sports. Like Notre Dame.
But I don't know. There's some big photographers that don't shoot the biggest teams, but they're just really well known. You know, especially how good their work is.
Yeah,
it's really just how if your work's really good.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
That really
because like there's the whole thing we talked about it on the last episode of like having a bigger impact. Like, do you want to impact a community or do you just want to like impact your brand? Because
I mean, I would love to impact the community of South Bend, but
do you feel some sort of loyalty to your community here? This is where you've grown your photography business.
I love South Bend. I really do love South Bend, but honestly,
you got to get to a bigger community at some point.
You have to grow some point. You have to get bigger.
Yeah.
That's the main thing in this thing. In this atmosphere, photography atmosphere, you have to get bigger.
Yeah, for sure. So, I don't know if you've put any thought into this, but if you have, what would you say are like how you're gonna achieve your dream? Like, do you have like what you need to do and how you're gonna do it?
One, I'm looking at getting a new camera.
Okay. Yeah.
So, new camera, new lens, new equipment.
Do you want to do like videography?
I definitely do. Yeah,
I think that's really cool.
I definitely do. When I get my new body, I'm definitely gonna get into videography.
So do you think equipment is holding you back from becoming the best, or
not really? I don't know. I just really don't think my camera is just meant for videos.
Yeah.
It's not the best for videos. I need a mirrorless camera. I don't have that.
Yeah.
But pictures. Right now, love doing pictures.
Yeah.
Definitely enjoy doing pictures more than videos. Videos, a lot of people.
That's a lot of editing time.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand. People think, it's so annoying. And I know every photographer, videographer goes through this, that people hit you up right after the game and asking for pictures, and we just don't have them done, and they get butthurt over it.
Yeah.
Or like for a video, like.
Well, that's like me when I finish. I guess it's not really like me at all, but when we finish recording, putting the audio with the video honestly takes me a solid 30 to 45 minutes.
Man,
because
it
has to be perfect.
Like I'm
not trying to have
lie.
my mouth speaking some other words,
I'm not trying to post something if it's not perfect.
Yeah, if it's not up to quality, you just gotta.
And if I think it's not perfect later, then I'm probably gonna just put it in the archives.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and learn from it.
It takes time to get all of it done.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't understand that.
For sure. Yep. So your plans for the future? You're just gonna keep doing your photography thing, trying to make it big, right? That's your dream.
Pretty much.
That's incredible. I think it's cool that you have you're unique in that way. That this is your little project. This is David and I's project, the podcast. I would say our dream with it is try to get other people to find their project in that,
For sure.
And that project has nothing to do with it could be anything.
It doesn't have to be online at all.
It doesn't have to be online at all. It could just be your project is to meet 5 new people a day. It doesn't have to be a monetized thing. It doesn't have to be a business thing. It just has to be find your spark.
Yeah. David, do you have any other questions for Grant?
No, I think we covered.
Yeah, I don't think I do either. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about, Grant? I think this was a banger.
I just posted on Instagram.
Yeah, no, we were gonna say shout yourself out. The thing is this is dropping next week, so
this is gonna.
You're probably gonna have 2 posts.
This is dropping October 9th.
Well, my next week I'll probably have something up. Go like it at FlicksByGrant on Instagram. Go follow my regular account, Grant.
With a bunch of underscores.
With a bunch of underscores. You'll find it.
Yeah.
Shout out to these two. These my dogs.
For sure.
They're gonna be big one day.
That's the dream.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Grant, for coming on. This was awesome. Follow Grant on Instagram, FlicksByGrant. Follow us on Instagram, Chips and Chops Podcast, TikTok, Chips and Chops Podcast, YouTube, Chips and Chops Podcast, Spotify, Chips and Chops Podcast.
Hey, guys, keep in mind, merch on the way.
Yes, merch is on the way.
Merch is on the way.
And then thank you, Stockroom East, for letting us use this studio. All right, peace.